Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to this meeting. How are you guys? Hope you always be healthy. So, in this meeting, we want to present our group works about review movie assignment.
Before we start to explain, we will introduce ourselves. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Cori Harahap as moderator as well as a presenter in this meeting. And my partner,
My name is Fajar Bakti Satriyo as a presenter.
My name is Mahardika Arbi as presenter.
My name is Syahril M K Pangaribuan as presenter.
My name is Tanissa Nur Fajrina as presenter.
okay, just go to the first slide, which will be explained by my partner, Syahril. I invite you.
The title of the film is Mulan. Was published on March 27, 2020 in Indonesia. Beginning the story when the Chinese emperor decreed that one man from each family was obligated to join the imperial army to defend the country against the Han's attack. Mulan, the oldest daughter of a respected warrior, decided to replace her ailing father. Okay guys, I want to tell you about the director is Mulan is Nicky Caro. Production by Walt Disney Pictures. Genre is action, adventure, family, fantasy, drama, and epic. The place of take the picture of the film is in China, and some battle scenes were filmed in New Zealand. Okay, next. Okay guys, you can see they are producer of the Mulan is Chris Bender, Jason Reed, Ken Donagenda, and Jack Weiner.
Okay, in this time, I will explain to you about the script writer. In this film, there are 4 people that write the film script. They are Amanda Silver, Lauren Hine, Elizabeth Martin, and Rick Java. For your information, Amanda Silver and Rick Java are wife and husband, which is also famous for other films such as Avatar and Jurassic Park. Okay, this slide I will explain to you about the actor and actress in this film. First is Liu Yifei, who acts as Hua Mulan or daughter of Wu Zhao. She defied tradition and law by posing as a man to enlist in the imperial army in place of his sick father. And the second, Jet Li, as the Emperor China, with Chinese rule who ordered the mobilization of troops through the conscription of one person from each household to fight against the Hun army. The third, Donnie Yen, as Commander Tung. He is a mentor of Mulan. Next, Gong Li, who acts as Xian Lang. She is a powerful witch. Next.
Yason An as Chen Honghui. Confident and ambitious recruit who joined Commander Tang's unit and become Mulan's allies and love interest. Kanang as Hua Hiu, Mulan's sister. Rosalyn Chow as Hua Li, Mulan's mother. Zima as Hua Chou, Mulan's father and famous war veteran who is now recalled to the Imperial Army despite his poor health. Jason Scutley as Borikan, a Han warrior leader intent to avenge his father's death. Ron Yuan as Sergeant Qiang, the second man who was very loyal in the order of the Imperial Regiment. Jimmy Wong as Ling, a recruit who joined Commander Tang's unit. Chen Tang as Yao, a recruit who joined Commander Tang's unit.
Doua Moa, Xin Fu, a recruit who joined Commander Tang's unit. Zheng Pei as matchmaker. Song Esilovola as Ramtis. Uts the Itch as Sketch. Nelson Lee as the Chancellor. Jun Yu as Cricket. Arkadas as Red Face.
There is biography of main character. Her name is Liu Yifei. Born on 25 August 1987, or her age is 33, and from Wuhan, Hubei, China. Her nationality is American. Alma mater, Beijing Film Academy. Her occupation, actress, singer, and model. He started beginning the career since 2002 until now.
Okay, in this section, I will explain to you about the character, actor, and actress. The first is Liu Yifei, who acts as Hua Mulan or Dr. Obazu. The quote of this character is, "You don't need a girl like that in every dynasty." Mulan is the most important, significant, and revolutionary female character. Mulan was also one of the most female warriors in history. Her character depicts Mulan's unshakable courage, vision, and intelligence. Mulan does not have the physical strength of her fellow soldiers, but she's more agile and faster, especially in terms of intelligence, great deductive abilities, and determined spirit. She has independent, strong will, caring, courage, brave, resourceful, adventurous, creative, tenacious, experienced, astute, self-conscious, protective, alert, awkward, heroic, pensive, selfish, opinionated, absent-minded, ambitious, confident, modest, humble, fair, self-reliant, persistent, clumsy, resolute, impressionable, tactical, skillful, observant, watchful, quick thinking, spunky, and blocky character or personality. She likes rice, martial art, family, outdoor, horse riding, animal inventing, daydreaming, planning, last minute, and the taste of burnt chicken. And she dislikes to disappointing her family. Sexism, course, violence, oppression, messing up, wearing thick clothes and accessories.
Jason Scutley as Borikan. Borikan is the main antagonist. His character is leadership, can make a strategy or has great physical strength, endurance, speed, reflex, and combined proficiency. Borikan is established from the beginning to be an Angel warlord, managing to kill alongside his men dozens of Chinese soldiers in rapid succession. Like San Yu, Khan is ruthless and bloodthirsty, stopping are nothing to ensure China and its people are conquered. Khan, on the other hand, seeks to destroy the empire out of revenge for the murder of his father, implied to have been at the hands of Chinese emperor, took the exact circumstances are never explained. Additionally, Khan is shown to have a deep, open resentment to women and their roles in society, exemplified by his horrid treatment of Xianglang. Gong Li as Xianglang, a powerful witch. The famous quote is, "When they find out who you are, they will show you no mercy." Xianglang is the secondary antagonist. She was a powerful witch who wanted love and acceptance from society, but the public stigma against which led to her being an outcast, one word of the witchcraft spirit. Seeking vengeance against the people who murdered her, she fought alongside Borikan is hot second in command in his goal to invade China. Although she later aided Mulan in leading her to where Borikan has captured the emperor and sacrificed herself to save Mulan.
Jet Li as the Emperor China. A single grain of rice can tip the scale. One man might be the difference between victory and defeat. He has wise, protective, keen, firm, philosophical, fiery, witty, fair, reasonable, knowledgeable, benevolent, calm, fearless, brave, and serious personality and character. Dong Yan as Commander Tung. He is a mentor and teacher to Mulan, who leads the Imperial Regiment. He has serious, no-sense, Western, authoritative character.
I will tell you about Mulan's family. So, the character, the first is Zima as Huazhou, and the second is Rosaline Chow as Huali, and then Shana Tang as Huaxiu. They are Mulan's family. Huazhou is Mulan's father. He has traditional, faithful, understanding, kind, fatherly, brave, concerned, proud, intense, loyal, and wise personality or character. He likes Mulan's happiness and well-being, praying to his ancestor, honor, and gambling. And the next character is Huali, is Mulan's mother. She has motherhood, full of love and understanding personality or character. And next is Huaxiu, is the younger sister of Mulan. She is kind, sisterly, timid, and familial. She loves her family, romance, and her sister. The greatest gift and honor is having you for a doctor. I will die doing what's right. Your job is to bring honor to the family. Do you think you can do that? That's the famous quotes from Zima or Mulan's father. Next.
Okay. Next is Yusun and as a Chen Honghui. Honghui is a confident, cocky, arrogant, supportive, brave, fierce, courageous, and ambitious recruit who joins Commander Tang's unit. He becomes Mulan's most important ally and eventual love interest. Zhu Ryu as Cricket. He is clumsy, yet skilled with a bow and arrow. Next.
Okay. The next actor is Jimmy Wong, who acts as Ling. His character Squad, a crow worth fighting for. And next, Chen Tang, who acts as Yao, and then Dou Mo, who acts as Chin Po. His character has both the fearless, loyal, and disciplined China's most honorable and noble soldier. Yao, Ling, and Chin Po are supporting film on Mulan's close friend. They would become some of her close friends over the course of their mission. Ling thinks he's very funny, although his company's would disagree. He's lively, funny, and clumsy.
Cheng Pepe as matchmaker. She has tried, pompous, truculent, stern, small, snotty, harsh, impatient, short-tempered, unpleasant, perfectionist, and imposing character. She likes tea, manners, and arranging marriages.
Okay, I will explain about synopsis of the story. Plot of the story of Mulan is chronological plot, and the beginning of the story is in Imperial China. Hua Mulan is an adventurous and active girl, to the disappointment of her parents, who hope that one day she will be wed to a god husband. As a young woman, Mulan is forced to meet with a matchmaker to demonstrate her fitness as a future wife. Mulan flustered attempts to party in front of the matchmaker, but the spider causes a panic that destroys in front of her family. To the north, an imperial outpost is invaded by Roran's warriors. Under the leadership of Bori Khan, they are assisted by the witch Xianlang, who used her magic to pose as a surviving soldier and report the attack to Emperor of China. He then issues a conscription decree ordering every family to contribute one man to fight Khan's force. Imperial soldiers arrive in Mulan's village to enlist recruits, and her elderly and frail father Huazhou is forced to quit his service as he has no sons. Realizing that her father has no chance of survival, Mulan flees with his armor, horse, and sword to join in his place. Mulan arrives at the training camp, which is run by Commander Chung, an old comrade of Huazhou. Alongside dozens of other inexperienced recruits, she ultimately becomes a trained soldier under his tutelage without exposing her true identity. The Khan's army continues to advance, forcing Chung to end training early and send his battalion to fight. Mulan chases some troops on her own, but is confronted by Qianlang, who mocks her for pretending to be a man. She attempts to kill Mulan, but her attacks are stopped by the leather with which Mulan's chest had been bound to hide her identity. Mulan removes her male disguise, returning to the battle just as the Rurans began attacking her fellow troops with a trebuchet. Mulan used discarded helmets and her archery skills to maneuver the trebuchet into firing on a snowy mountain, triggering an avalanche that buries the Rurans. Next.
The continuation of synopsis of the story. Mulan rides back to camp and rescues Cheng Henghui, a soldier she befriended in camp. Unable to hide her true gender any longer, she is expelled from the army and begins her return home. On her way, she is confronted by Qianlang, who reveals that she was also shunned by her people and fights for Borihan only because he treats her an equal. Additionally, she reveals that the attacks on the outpost have been diversion, as Han Tru's plan is to capture and execute the Emperor for having his father killed. Risking execution, Mulan returned to her battalion to warn them of the impending capture. Tang decides to believe her and allows her to accompany a unit to the Emperor's palace. Qianlang, posing as the Imperial Chancellor, persuades the Emperor to accept Borihan's challenge to single combat, while removing the city's guard from their posts. The guards are murdered, and the Rurans prepare to burn the Emperor alive. Mulan's unit distracts the Rurans while Mulan goes to save the Emperor. Han tries to snipe her with an arrow, but Qianlang sympathizes to Mulan and disenchanted with Han, transforms into a bird and sacrifices herself by catching the arrow. Mulan kills Han, but not before he disarms her and destroys her father's sword. She frees the Emperor, who offers to let her join his personal guard. She declines the offer and returns to her village. End of the story. Mulan is reunited with her family and emissary from the Emperor, under the leadership of Commander Tang, arrives to present Mulan with a new sword, while making a personal request that she join Emperor's guard.
Okay, I will tell about the story behind the scene. First, it took a year to find Hua Mulan, the creator of Mulan 2020, on a year-long global search for Hua Mulan, the film lead character. It wasn't after seeing thousands of actors, dancers, singers, and martial artists that they found Yifi Liu. According to director Niki Kero, Yifi is definitely the only one who could have ever played Mulan. Yifi Liu, a Chinese-American actress who has starred in a number of notable films such as The Forbidden Kingdom, alongside Jackie Chan and Jet Li, Outcast opposite Nicolas Cage, and China's romantic fantasy called
The screenplay is inspired by The Ballad of Mulan, which was written over 1,500 years ago. Also, the 1998 animated film of the same title also took inspiration from the original Chinese form. The creators of Mulan 2020 wanted to combine the essential elements of the ballet and as well as the beloved Disney animation to create something new and exciting.
Next, number 3. Ideation in 5 steps. Although filming for Mulan 2020 started back in 2018, the ideation for the film actually began 5 years ago. Back then, writers Lauren Hynek and Elizabeth Martin approached producing partners Chris Bender and Jack Weiner with the idea for the Ballad of Mulan. Soon after, Disney acquired the rights to the film and production had begun. Producer Chris Bender said, "We were excited to develop something different than the original animated film since the underlying legend has such strong theme of empowerment. With that, we can expect this live-action film to be full of surprises." Next.
Filming took place in over 20 plus locations around China. In an effort to avoid green screen built environments, director Nicky Caro brought the entire production teams across China to shoot the live-action film. The filmmakers wanted to remain authentic to the source material, the Ballad of Mulan, which has been retold multiple times over centuries, passing over dynasties and locations set in North China. Some of the locations used include the Hubei province in central China, the Singing Sand Dunes in Ningxia, Shan Desert in Xinjiang province, Zhangye Dangxia National Geological Park in north central China, Flame Mountain, Mazar Village, and Dunhuang and Zhiquang in Gansu province in the northwest. They also filmed some studio shoots in the Zhejiang province.
5 battle skins were filmed in New Zealand. While a chunk of the filming was done across China, several significant scenes in the film were actually shot in New Zealand to alleviate logistical challenges. Filming locations include Mackenzie District, Polburn, Rangiapo, Hanua, Moriway, Woodville, and Ahuriri Valley in South Island, which was where one of the battle skins involving 900 people was filmed.
Number 6. Stunt team from all over the world. In order to achieve the film epic battle scenes, the filmmaker brought in stunt team from all over the world, from China, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, New Zealand, and Australia, to work with the film stunt coordinator and actor. With 75 days to film the movie, the actor did over 3 months of martial art training in order to prepare themselves for the complex stunt sequence. Caro said that the stunt coordinator also worked closely with Kung Fu master to demonstrate the battle scene as authentically as possible.
each had to train for a complicated wushu sword walk for fight scenes. As part of the physical training, the actor also had learn a wushu style of swordwork, which is a contemporary from the Chinese martial arts. Together with the Chinese fight team, the actor trained diligently to get the fight choreography right, which even actor Jason Scottley, a martial artist himself, found complicated to do. Next.
Number 8. Over 40,000 weapons were made for the film. To meet the extraordinary standards of production, over 40,000 weapons had to be made for the film, with over 13 cast members and hundreds of extras on set. Multiple variants of weapons had to be produced. For instance, swords that Mulan takes into battle has two models, one made with a bronze handle and a steel blade with the words "Loyal Brave True" etched onto it for close-up shots, and the other made of lightweight rubber weighing about 300 grams for EV2. Used in action scan. In addition to these shields for the infantry, spears, bows and arrows, double-edged giant swords, the broader the sword, a kapinga, dagger and some daggers were also crafted for the film.
Thousands of costumes were created for the characters. Just as the production teams didn't skimp on props and weaponry, we can assure you that the costumes are just as elaborate and come by the thousands. According to the costume designer by Dina Daigler, only 40 people worked on the costumes for the film, consisting of 2,062 costume items, 1,104 headwear items, 250 hats, 1,114 outfits for the extras, 1,590 costumes for the imperial citizens, 100 customers of the Tulo village scenes, 281 sets of Chinese army armor, 730 items of Roran armor, plus the multiple 3 to 5 additional customs of 50 main characters.
Number 10. Many musical Chinese instruments were used in the film score. One thing that audience will notice is different from the animated film is that the live-action version of Mulan isn't a musical. Despite the restriction of several iconic tunes, composer Harry Gregors Williams made sure that the film score would do well to reflect the ancestry and heritage of the story they are trying to tell. In order to achieve this, the use of Chinese instruments were weaved into the full orchestra score. The instruments include the guzheng, a Chinese Chinese flute, a pipa, a Chinese violin called erhu, and percussion instruments such as a gong, bell, and cymbal. In this slide, I will explain about the figurative language and the reason that find in this film. First, the flower that bloom in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. It's including the single figurative language. Second, rise up like a phoenix. It is including to the single figurative language. Third, all the kingdom owes to her. It is assonant because there are the same vowels in adjacent word. Fourth, his ascensor celebrate in the dome of heaven. It is included to the metaphor figurative language. Next, the green suits head drawn up to the sky. It is included to the metaphor figurative language. Nonetheless, you won't find woman like that in every dynasty. It is because from her conversation it can be desired for the characteristic of women as they say. They feel unreasonable, and there is nothing like that and are metaphorically extant.
Okay, now we are tell you about moral value. The first one is Syahril. I invite you.
I think the moral value of the film. I think this movie teaches that anyone can be anything and can do whatever we want without having to look at gender, class, or others.
I think there is no limit to love for the family. Persistence and determination are need to make something happen, and gender equality.
From this movie, we can take a lesson that there is only that will last long and not be caught. Therefore, honesty is very important, even though sometimes it hurts.
Moral value from me. This movie teaches the love for the family is unlimited. Persistence and strong determination are needed to achieve a goal. The importance of respecting other people and that everyone actually has the right to do something they want regardless of gender boundaries.
Okay, this movie is very good because give us a moral lesson that we must be aware we are true to family. From this movie, we are told that honesty will lead us to victory because we will be strong by being trusted by people. Next.
Okay. I think this movie is very good in which there are many martial arts, action, drama, magically, and others.
I think this movie almost success in presenting the figure Mulan according to the source character. If only the story pace was made rather fast and remaining time was used to reproduce scene that depict Mulan's dexterity. Next.
Okay. My comment about this movie. In terms of the story is good, but the fight of war scenes are not very interesting. In terms of language compression, it's like it's better to use Mandarin of Chinese because if that use English it's like dubbing or it's like not natural.
I think this movie is very interesting because there are a lot of message and moral value that we can take from the movie.
In my opinion, this movie is very excellent. I watch it over and over again, packed with stylish displays. I really like action movie like this that shows a woman is not weak and can be what she wants to be. I think this movie is suitable to watch to improve our English speaking skills because they use good and easy to understand language and pronunciation. Next.
This movie is very good where the contents are historical story that is presented dramatically, followed by good action and has a plot twist where the witch sacrificed herself to protect the Mulan.
Okay, in my opinion, this movie is quite good because indirectly they also learn about the historical nature of the Chinese plan, which contain emancipation value in the style of bamboo curtains. Besides that, I think the main character is also quite good because they portray a number of top artists or actors such as Donnie Yen and Jet Li.
My comment about this movie: the story is good, the costumes and setting or flash in the scans are very good with beautiful scenery and match the scan. The figure of a woman warrior in this movie is also very good.
In my opinion, the storyline of this film is slow but full of dialogue containing wise advice and illustration of the generosity of the heart of Asian people who were loyal to their country. Starting from the part of Mulan, when she is portrayed as an ordinary village girl, the bootcamp process that turned her into a warrior, to the determination and fight ability that makes her a hero.
This movie is very interestingly packaged, with cool and using costumes, and I like it because the makeup use is very natural and in accordance with the character. The fight scene is also very difficult because the main character is a woman and must be able to fight, ride horses, learn to defend, and use sword techniques. I think that's extraordinary.
The of this movie contains many contra, where the place used for filming, namely Xinjiang, is an area where the human rights violations have occurred, where the Chinese government has detained approximately 1 million Uyghurs, so that the impression is not good. Next.
The scene were not that satisfying because the street actors seem to be on the extras, so that the exploit of the Spanish actor could not be enjoyed. Next.
Okay, I think this film is a bit boring and the animation is better because it doesn't have any song from the Brave Mulan scans.
The location when filming in Xinjiang, where rain violation occurred, among the region's Muslim population have been widely documented, and it doesn't.
Okay, my criticism is the point of view is that only focus on one player, so there are less character from other players who are not highlighted. Because the director wants to take a new story of Mulan, so she create a skin when Mulan fight or struggle, not use songs, and makes the movie less good. There are stories that are odd and absurd. Okay, I think that's enough from us. If there is a mistake, we apologize. See you on another occasion. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.